a lot of people ask me, how do we fix this? How do we win, etc., if we survive? And there's a great book called Finish What They Started. It is by Isaac Arnsdorf, and it's about MAGA. Basically, it's about MAGA after January 6th, when that movement should have petered out and been dead, and its leader put in prison. They doubled down. And there is something called the precinct method that this guy talked about. I don't remember his name, but Steve Bannon heard him, and he had him on his show. And the idea was that the precinct is the most powerful tool available to us in America. And the precinct is basically the smallest entity that we are divided into. So you have, your county party, and then within your county, there are precincts, your voting precincts that are pretty small. You have a chair for the Republicans and a chair for the Democrats. Now, MAGA Republicans went into these precinct chairs and basically pushed all moderate Republicans out. That is why they are so coordinated and so crazy. It was carefully orchestrated over the years. And see, the thing is that the precincts exist for us as well. And I think that is the key. I think we have got to get more organized at the precinct level, have a cohesive vision of what that looks like, and then implement it all across the country. To me, the key is community. These algorithmically controlled relationships are not real life, and they are not fulfilling, and they do not change the world. We change the world in community, real life community. And you can do that at the precinct level with people who live near you. That's one of the issues with having people not in church and not having a third space to congregate, is we are losing community. We have no community. That is one of the draws of MAGA, is the community that it provides, that sense of belonging. I don't want to go to a political meeting. That does not sound fun to me. I don't want to go to a book club either. I like reading, but I don't want to go to a book club. I'm busy. And so I've been racking my brain trying to think of things that people actually want to do in order to have community with like-minded people. Like-minded being, hey, I don't think we should ignore due process. Call me crazy. I don't think the president should talk about being a dictator, right? That type of like-minded. Because the key is engaging the 90 million people who did not vote, in my opinion. That is the key. And making sure that we have a clear, cohesive vision to communicate to them. And part of that happens in community. It happens with making sure that they're registered to vote, making sure that they understand what the issues are, making sure that they're not hearing propaganda, that they are learning truth. And we can do that in our own communities at the precinct level. That is the key. And I'm working on it. I am very bad at sitting down and working on my computer. This is a lot more fun to me, which is terrible of me, terrible. But I thought of things like having a clothing swap or goods. Like if you have a lot of crap that is in great shape, bringing it and having like a community swap, not a garage sale, but just a swap. And my friend suggested clubs based on hobbies. So like a gardening club, a hiking club. And I thought that was a great idea. And some people want to talk about books and some people want to talk about politics. So there can be those as well. But to me, at the very least, we should be getting together quarterly as a precinct, as a community, and keeping in touch through election cycles, making our political party, the Democrats, because that's what we have available to us at this point, making that our community, our focus, focusing on increasing affordability for Americans, trying to get public health care, right? Like, what do we want to have happen? We need to figure out that vision. The Democrat leadership, I've heard them. I heard Ken Martin today. They don't have a vision either. So we can form it. It can be our vision. We can do it at the precinct level. That's what they did, and look where they are now. Look! They've taken over the whole government. So what does that look like? Go onto your browser, search your county Democratic Party. If they don't have a website, okay, search your state precincts. Figure out what precinct you're in. Make sure you're registered to vote, okay? Once you know what your precinct is, figure out how to get in touch with your precinct chair. If that isn't in place, try Indivisible, but just get creative, because I think the key is meeting in person. And I don't care if you live in a red state, in a red town. That doesn't mean everybody supports what's happening right now, okay? You're not alone. We are just quieter than them, okay? And we can find each other, and we can build community, and we can build our own identity, and we can push for policies that actually help Americans rather than propaganda pushed by a tyrant, okay? That's how we move forward. Figure out how to plug in your precinct with the people around you. I mean, that's the key, is figuring out what people need, what is wrong, and what government can help provide. Because government is not a business, it's a service. And it is not serving us well. It is serving billionaires well. It is serving business well. It is not serving the American people well. And they are so mad about it, they elected a madman. But that's okay. That's okay. We can fix it. We can fix it. And I know a lot of us are itching to. And organizing a swap of household goods for people in a time when we're boycotting, in a time when there's a high inflation, at a time when unemployment's going up. I mean, that is doing something. That is meeting a need.